Hey there guys, BlackPanthaa here, and welcome to Forza Horizon 2 once again. And what we're going to be doing today is driving without the hood and such, just literally exploring the map as you would experience it in real life. Not literally because, well, it's as close as we're possibly going to get. Look at all those party people dancing to that music. Anyway, so what I wanted to do today, as I said, is kind of explore the map a little, go for a little drive, starting with going all the way around the edge of the map pretty much. Just to see kind of how big it is, in kind of seeing how long the video is going to take us to get around just the outside of this little tiny area of the map, because obviously we've got a big map like this, but I really wanted to just free drive and get a feel for this little area. I know it's like quite a bit bigger than a lot of other games that we've played recently, such as The Crew, but I think this will, you know, be a bit different because it's more European, and I know it's going to be smaller than The Crew by like massively, you know, smaller, but I think it would be pretty cool to just like drive in the cockpit view. And I've got a little smashed up window there, so what I want to do first is one thing I've little noticed with the people that are actually playing the game. You can actually switch back to none, and then if you go back in again and go to cosmetic, it's still fixed. So that's a little tip for you. So while I'm literally driving with here, like wise of literally driving, the only thing I've got on is that stuff that pops up there, and other than that I'm literally just driving. So I'm probably gonna like go out of an area where I'm not supposed to go or something by accident, but we'll have to wait and see for that to happen. Yeah, I've just done it. I think I'm gonna need a little bit of a guide, so let's bring Anna into this. There we go, Anna's gonna take us round. Okay, so we can actually see this on the road. That'll probably make it a little bit better. It's not taking away from the experience of having nothing on the screen, but it's keeping us going. But yeah, this is basically what I wanted to do. I want to go for a little drive, just explore the map a little. Because in The Crew, that's one thing that it does really well. So I've already explored a little bit of this map. I haven't really gone, you know, crazy haywire exploring every tiny little bit like I did on that. Looks like a brilliant road to drive on. Holy cow. Can you drive on that? I hope so. No, it's got a bloody wall near it. I don't think I can drive there. That's a really big shame. That looks fantastic. There we go, that's one thing. Like, in The Crew, you can see anywhere and you can drive there. And on this game, that's one thing it does very, very differently. You can't drive everywhere. You can drive off-road in some areas. Like, say, for example, you're not going to get up that bit there. You're not going to get up there. And for me, that just takes away from it a bit. But at the same time, I can kind of understand why that's the case. Because, well, obviously, this is more of a non-crazy racer. Like, you're not going to get a raid spec hypercar and driving up a mountain like this. I'm not going to be able to get up there. But in The Crew, I can. So what I wanted to do mainly in this video while we drive around the map here, I wanted to discuss my thoughts on the demo and if this has kind of boosted my expectations for the full game and such. And I'm going to start by saying it has slightly. Now, I had massive expectations for the game. Not so much as The Crew's massive expectations, because that game is just like a whole new league bigger. But I expected this game to be a lot more. A lot more like Forza 5 in a way. And I'm just going to keep driving down this road now. I'm cool. Yeah, so I expected a bit more, if I'm honest. Like, I know it's the demo and obviously I don't get access to everything in the game at all. But it doesn't have as much soul as other games do. I think it's probably to do with the very, very tiny amount of traffic and the handling model being very twitchy. And let me show you some examples here of what I was trying to demonstrate earlier, because if you compare this to Forza 5, you wouldn't be able to do a lot of this stuff. So in all-wheel drive drifting, one thing I like to do is lock up the back wheels and kind of control it. So it looks pretty damn cool in replay. So we'll do that in this now, and I'll show you what I can do in this compared to what I can't do in Forza 5 as well. It's because the cars feel a lot lighter in this. So normally I'd lock up the wheels like this, and I'd kind of spin it, but I can actually re-spin it very, very controllably to kind of, you know, go the other way, if that makes any sense to you. And that disappoints me in a way, because it makes everything feel a lot easier. And I know it's because it's meant to be a lot easier, but that's just one thing that kind of annoys me a little bit. But other than that, it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a very good game. But I don't think it'll last me very, very long. That's the one thing I worry. which is totally fine because in a year's time we'll have Forza 6, and then a year's time we'll have Horizon 3. So, you know, it's kind of, it's acceptable in one way, but I come today to expect a lot more in racing games and expect to be able to make them last for much longer. I mean, it's GTA's first birthday, and we're still hyped for the next gen GTA, do you know what I mean? Like, we're hyped to be doing everything again, but a lot more because we're going to be adding more content in and such, and it's like, when games have, when you don't expect games to last as long, it's kind of like, oh, it's a shame because it's a really great game, but they're going to support it with DLC for 6 months, so we'll be doing a lot of cool stuff with those cars, like taking them off-road when we shouldn't be able to, so I guess that's one way to keep it living, but, yeah, I have my high expectations still. That's actually one way I wanted to go. I wanted to go there when I was doing a video the other time. I saw it back when I went back on the recording, and I wanted to go down here. Ow, you prick. Oh, I'm in reverse. I can't tell because I don't have the speedo on. This is really, really weird to drive like this. Oh. Oh, that's a thing. I thought it was going to stop me dead. That's a nice little road. I'm surprised I didn't hit that thing.
Some of them, like the one you just smashed, will net you a discount on fast travelling around the festival.
Oh, okay.
Others will give you an XP boost towards your next wristband. So keep your eyes peeled for it.
Now, one thing to just carry on from what I was saying. I know, like, games lasting for about 6 months is usually, you know, very, very acceptable. It's kind of how most games survive. But I kind of like racing games because they can last you much, 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 much longer by just being the base game in itself. Ugh! Which is why the crew's just going to smash all records, and why GTA Online is so great to me, because, you know, it's going to last you a damn long time. And it's still playing GTA to this day, and it's over a year old, and they're still adding content to it every month. So, you know, it's kind of crazy. Can we turn this way? We can go round, so we'll go that way. So, I don't know, I think I'm going to play it a lot longer than they expect, but at the same time, I know the reason why they don't allow us to kind of expect to play more in the future. Like, you know, that they expect us to only last 6 months. So say that's why they're bringing DLC out for 6 months rather than like a year or whatever. Oh, my controller like died. I thought my controller died. It's because I went through one of these.
You need to maintain the high speed through the speed zone.
But the main reason that they want us to kind of make it only last us this long is because they're going to release the next one next year. And it's like, yeah, you can see why they do it. Which is, I guess it's understandable, but it's a shame that I won't be able to go back on this in like a year or two's time and have a great experience, because Horizon 3 is just going to have that experience, but a bit better, a bit more updated, a bit, you know, bigger map. And it's like, yeah, okay. I don't know. But next year, actually, speaking of next year, we've also got Need for Speed coming out. So that'll be pretty awesome to see. So next year, definitely, we've already got 2 races confirmed, which is going to be... Sorry, 3 races confirmed, which is going to be pretty weird, because this year it's like Battle of the Arcade races. Project Cars is not... I hate saying this because people complain, but it's not full-on simulation. It's going to be like Shift 2 if you've played it, and I've played it. And if you look at it compared to Shift 2, you'll see that the handling model on Shift 2, you know the handling model on Shift 2 was not simulation in any way at all. And it's pretty much the same in Project Cars. So it is simulation, more simulation so than a lot of games, but it's not full-on simulation, say that you get, you know, the top end of simulation races. But yeah, so next year we've got Battle of the pretty much simulation races, because we've got Gran Turismo, and we've got obviously it's probably Gran Turismo, and obviously Forza 7, it would seem. Sorry, 6. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Wow, it's because of Gran Turismo. Blame Gran Turismo. That's a Huracan. Why can I not drive that in free roam? That's not fair. I'm used to being able to see my gears constantly, so I'm like ending up on like gear 3 and such when I don't want to. You know, I'm going to go off-road here. So let's go... Is it going to actually let us go off-road? Like, suggest for us to go off-road? We're pretty much close towards the end, back to the festival now, so... I think what we'll do is we'll take this dirt road. We'll take this dirt road. I'm sorry, I'm not turning around, taking the dirt road. And then, obviously Need for Speed's not simulation, but we've got more simulation races next year than we have you know, arcade like we have this year. So I think that's pretty damn cool. But obviously we've also got Need for Speed jumping in with that. So I'm really excited to see what they do with Need for Speed. And that's what I was thinking. Need for Speed needs to pretty much be Forza Horizon with a bigger map without the off-road focus, being more on-road focus, because that's what I think Need for Speed is. You know, it's not off-roady, but I wouldn't mind the off-roady stuff. And it needs to have upgrades that are simple. It doesn't have to have the crazy tuning that you can do. Like, I don't want to have to put a massive camber on my wheels like I have to do to make a car's turn better on, say, this. But I like the easy tuning that we saw in Most Wanted 05 and Carbon. You know, you pause the game, I think it was in Carbon as well, and you got to like change the up sliders very slightly to help you. But other than that, I didn't really have anything. It was just kind of very simple tuning to make your NOS last longer or be more powerful, and that was it. You unpause the game and you carry on. And it needs upgrades, you know, body upgrades. It needs 1 billion more body upgrades. That's the main focus it needs to me. It needs to have more body upgrades and auto sculpt, make it return, and that's all needs to be. Basically, copy Horizon, but make more body parts and auto sculpt, and take away tuning that's like really over the top. I'd like that. But for what Need for Speed is, it's very entry-level racing, and I think having crazy tuning might take away from the experience for a lot of people. And I think it would be cool, like, just having the upgrades, you know, performance-wise, not Forza upgrades performance-wise, you know, having like the speed packages and stuff like we did before in Need for Speed, Street. I think it was like Street Pro, that sort of thing. And other than that, that's pretty much all Need for Speed needs to be. It needs to be Forza Horizon 2 with less off-roading. Like, I want to be able to kind of go off-road like this, but slow me down a lot more. I think that's pretty cool. Like, you see that Horizon is pretty much what Need for Speed should be, but it's got more options available now for the person that likes, you know, the hardcore racing and being able to tune their cars for drifting. It's you, asshat, that was your fault. You went across my side. Okay, I probably went across his, but that is the little drive we've been on today, I think. I think it's pretty damn cool driving without the, you know, obviously the HUD on the screen. I did have to pause a bit more than I did last time, saying the crew and such, but with the crew, there's just, it's hard to repeat areas that you've been, whereas this, I didn't want to repeat areas by mistake or something. But we're back at the festival now, and we're about to begin more dancing with the people that look like cardboard. But yeah, I'm really excited to try this game and explore the map a little bit more. I'm probably going to do one of these again, a few of these again, once we actually get the full game. How dare you! You don't follow me! I'm pushing him backwards. Sorry about that. But I'm very excited for this game. We're very close. I'm probably going to get the game day one. Well, probably. I have it pre-ordered, so I'm definitely going to get the game day one. So be sure to subscribe if you want more stuff like this. Just unique racing content, I guess you could say. And yeah, that's pretty much everything I need to say for today's video. Let me know what you think down below of the demo, and if there's anything you actually want to see in the demo that I haven't shown yet, be sure to let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. That guy's just driving around like I am. We're brothers! Fantastic.